Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Heartland Prowler 212 RD. I'm going to walk you around this travel trailer, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a couple things to think about when you're parking. On your campsite, leave plenty of room for that awning to come in and out. Then on your off campsite, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to plug in just above your rear tire on your off campsite or your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and your city water connection for campsites will be just behind that. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing we're going to do is level your unit. Our unit does come with a power tongue jack. Simply extend or retract. You have a night docking light should you arrive at night, and if you happen to lose power, underneath this rubber stopper is a manual override for your hand crank to get this up and down. There's your hand crank. Once you got our unit level and stable, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit have these stabilizing jacks, power extension here. I'm going to bring that up a little bit. As I do, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Those jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Use 10% off coupon, grab a 4-pack of those. Run these down just until they're taut. Remember, your unit's already level. Once you feel it's starting to lift the unit, go ahead and stop. Repeat the process back here in the back. Once we've got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Again, big long 30 amp cord plugs in back here. They plug into the left, turn to the right, and then put on your washer. Should you need to plug into a 110, then your convenience pack is a 30 amp to 15 amp reducer. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. At the campsite, you will hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so put that on all the time. Hook that up, put on your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's make sure our hot water drains back in. Open up your hot water heater here. Throw some plumber's tape around that. Make sure your plug is in there. Once that's in there nice and snug, you can go ahead and turn your hose on. After that hose has been on for a little while, you go inside, open up your water taps all the way through the unit. Once you got a nice steady flow of water going through those, no more air, you can shut them off. Then you can turn on this hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping, or boondocking as they like to call it. In that case, we're simply going to fill up our fresh water or potable water tank. It's here at the very rear of your campsite of the unit. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or two, on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and black and gray tanks, there's also a fresh water button. Do not leave this unattended when you're filling it. Once it is full, put your cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you will turn on your water pump. Don't use your water pump don't turn on your water pump when using city water that's already pressurized. All right, we got power and water. We're all ready to camp. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit, show you a few things. Back here in the corner on the campsite, your low point drains and a quick connect LP. Your fresh water. This is a flue for your furnace. Two things, make sure it's never blocked, and also if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it, it does get hot. And on the campsite, a couple of outdoor speakers and a vent for your microwave. Prep for a TV out here. Plug in 110, plug in your cable. Again, your front stabilizing jacks. Your pass-through storage. This other crank that you have in here is a manual override for your power stabilizing jacks. I'll show you how to use that in a moment. Your propane does come with a cover. It's on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loose it open, and it will turn green when you've got gas. There you go. And here's your battery. Check your battery post now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time. You're also prepped for a Furrion back, or excuse me, you're also prepped for a solar panel. You can plug in your solar panel right there and it'll trickle charge your batteries. Back over here on your off campsite, again, your pass-through storage. Your black tank flush, we'll talk about that when we dump your black and gray tanks. Again, your hot water heater. Power. Got an outdoor shower here as well. You can pull this out. And your city water connect. Here's where you plug in your cable at campsites. Get your spare tire. You're prepped for a Furrion backup camera device you can purchase from our store. It sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, electronically communicating with this device, giving you a backup camera for the unit. And that brings us back around to our campsite. Well, it covers everything out here. Let's go take a look inside the unit. So the first thing I like to point out in every unit is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. And all the way up to our right here is going to be exterior lights, interior lights, and your awning. We got another unit next to this. I just want to tell you on your awning, when you run your awning out, you're going to want to watch it when you run it out, because it will run itself out past where it needs to be. So just run it out until your flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see the bar. It will continue to run itself up backwards past that if you don't keep an eye on it. Continuing in, you got a self-explanatory microwave, fan, light. Your glass top here makes a great backsplash. So if you turn this to light, hit your spark. When your gas is on, you'll have the flames. Same thing here, these ones do have a pilot light. You have to push that to light that down there. Skip around your kitchen, coming over here to the left is going to be your thermostat. Just turn your air on real quick. There's your AC unit. I'm going to shut that off. I'm already passed off. AC should shut off rather quickly. It does. I'm going to turn the heat on, and you will notice when I shut your heat off that the heat fan tends to take a little bit longer to cycle through before they shut off. And there's your heat running. Shut that off. Continuing in here to your kitchen, to your Norcold fridge. Hold this button up top. Whatever's white here is what you're controlling. For example, here you're controlling the freezer. Here the fridge. Freezer we keep on 5. Fridge on 3. You can bring that up and down here. And this is a night mode. That is telling the fridge I'm not going to be opening and closing you as much. Save me some power. Down below your fridge over here to the left is an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. A ton of 15s in there. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. And next to that is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mention that's 12 volts, always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping somewhere, nothing plugged in charging your battery, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this run your battery down if you're going to be gone all day. Up top here, you're prepped for a TV. If you put a TV up here, before you run your digital channel scan for local channels at the campsite, make sure that green light's on. It's a digital channel enhancer and it'll allow you to pick up more channels. Well, that is your linear series sound system. I'm not going to pick up much inside this metal building, but it is auxiliary, 2 auxiliaries, Bluetooth compatible, AM, FM. Your smoke alarms up here in the ceiling. As you know, you can lift this table up, remove those legs, put the table on these lips here, put some back cushions on that, and that'll give you another sleeping quarter. You can get a manual for this unit by scanning this QR code. Come back into your bathroom. The one thing I want to mention in here, you've got your 110 with GFCI reset, and here's your panel for checking your brand new battery, your fresh black and gray tanks. That fresh water button's the one I said you can hold down to tell when that potable water's full. Below that, here's where you turn on your water pump. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas, your water heater if hooked to electric. It does make a difference. You have a hand crank open exhaust vent up here. Big closet with motion lighting. Back in your bedroom, you've prepped for a TV back here as well with cable of 110. Lighting up above there. Just give you some closet light. USBs, 110s in here. These are actually set up to be CPAP ready. Your bedroom door. I want you to make sure that this door is snapped open for travel. You don't want that bouncing around here while you're traveling. Close these doors. Let's shut off our bathroom lights first. So, about covers everything in here. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close it up. What I like to do is shut off my main lights. Then I can walk through the unit and see any individual lighting that I have left on. Actually, I think these are both shut off right here. So just go through the unit, make sure all of your lights are off. All of your doors and drawers are secure. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Exit the unit. Excuse me, there's no slide on this, but you just don't want anything bouncing around in there. Your exterior door. Bringing these steps up, you want to make sure that door is all the way open, otherwise this piece could catch on it. Once that's in there, turn this right or left, it don't matter. It's just going to lock your door in there. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle and your door is ready for travel. At this point, we're going to bring up all of our stabilizing jacks, unhook our power, our water, and our cable, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be just in front of your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. 10-foot hose comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull your black handle. That's going to be your one on the left. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, keep that handle open. Take this hose at the dump station, hook that up here and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When it's done, remove your hose, make sure all that washout has come out, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. That's going to be cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. Then you're going to come to your low point drains. You can actually do this while you're waiting on your sewage to dump. Dump those out. Once those are done draining, why don't you come over to your hot water heater. We're going to lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to drain the remainder of your hot water out of there. And then you can pull your drain plug. You're all ready to head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Prowler 212 for many years to come. Happy camping.